It's real. As real as a dream gets.
Dear Cole, of all the futile letters I've ever written to you, my editor, this one probably takes the cake, because there's no doubt in my mind that you will never receive it. The takeover is secured. They blew up the embassy, so that's that. Still, a lifetime of habit keeps my pen moving. I've borne witness to yet another massacre. This one I'm to be a part of. I'm sitting in a cell for 3 days now that Edgar Allan Poe could have described more eloquently than I. The stink of death almost as overpowering as the anticipation of it by all of us here, as every little while a few more of us are taken out and shot.
No, please, no. Came down here on his own. Paid his own way.
A noble profession, ours. But I think he will not die nobly.
Cole, when I was a kid, I was convinced I had a calling. The world was destroying itself, and I was put on this earth to save it, to change all the hate to love. What a laugh. What love have I generated? Whom have I benefited? I'm at the end of the line, Cole, and I leave the world in the same shambles I found it.
Easy, Dieter, easy.
Thirsty.
Guard! It's time to close this letter you'll never receive. My life's about to end, and who will care? Martha. Yes, Martha will care. After all I've done. She could have had anybody. She got me. There's so much I haven't said to her, so much I want to tell her. If I could just see her, hold her, tell her I love her, tell her I've always loved her.
It's real. As real as a dream gets.
Who are you? What is this place? This is the basement of my house. That's Lewis's old bike. I thought I got rid of that.
Yeah, you did. About 8 years ago.
The mind is a strange and complex thing.
Oh, yes.
What a way to escape.
Yes.
What a time.
You said you wanted to tell your wife you loved her. You have very little time to choose from.
Oh, yeah. That's a fact. And who are you?
Jonathan Smith.
Jonathan Smith. Yeah. Where have we met?
We've never met.
Oh, we've never met, I see. I dreamed you up out of whole cloth.
Oh, no. No, this is not your dream.
This is not my dream.
No.
I'm here in a dream, but it's not my dream. It's somebody else's dream. Whose dream is it?
Martha's.
Martha's? Oh, yes, sure, of course.
Oh, you don't think that could be?
Real? You mean for real? That I'm here in my wife's dream? Of course not.
Hello, breakfast.
She's dreaming she's making her breakfast.
She's dreaming it? You're telling me that she's actually asleep.
She is actually asleep.
Where is she?
In the study. She sleeps there a lot when you're gone.
She never told me that. I've never seen her sleep in my study. Why would she do a thing like that?
Because that's where your photographs are.
Pictures?
They're all she has when you're gone.
Only I could come up with this craziness. This must be my dream.
No. You're not asleep yet.
I'm not asleep. I was standing in front of the bars of my cell. I must have passed out.
You didn't pass out.
I'm not there, I'm here. You mean if that guard comes into that cell to answer my call, I'm not there?
Absolutely. But he won't come into the cell. He can't.
Why can't he?
Because time has stopped for you.
You mean the war has stopped? No more executions?
Bullets in mid-flight.
Hello.
She wants you upstairs.
What am I supposed to be doing down here?
You came down to get that book. Shall we go?
Hell.
That's all a trick of the mind, anyway.
My mind.
Your mind. And who are you, Jonathan Smith?
I'm an angel.
An angel. I don't believe an angel, and neither does Martha. So if this is her dream,
She won't be able to see me or hear me.
but she'll see me,
Yes.
and she'll hear me.
Of course. She's dreaming of you.
It's impossible.
Usually, this is a one-time thing. She deserves something, and I'm giving her something. At least be grateful.
Oh, I'm grateful.
That's the way you're dressed in her dream.
Honey, where are you? The coffee's a boil.
Remember, you're seeing this through her eyes. Her mind. Her dream.
I just want to touch her. I mean, really touch her.
That's all she's ever wanted.
Hale. Well, my world traveler at last. Coffee?
My God. It all looks so real. It's too real.
Easy.
Hale? Sit down.
What is this chair?
That's your chair. It's the only one Martha dreams about.
Hey, but look at the size of it.
It looms very large to Martha because it's empty most of the time.
Sugar's in.
Martha,
It's been so long since you touched her, she doesn't dream about that anymore.
Pancakes? I know they don't have them in China.
China?
She's thinking about Shanghai Shek. Yeah, but does it matter? You've been so many places. Just go with it.
Oh, pancakes will be fine, dear. What is that? Whose child is this?
That's your son.
No, that's impossible. No, Louis is 26 years old.
Oh, but not in your wife's dream.
What it is, Louis! What? Oh my God, he's got both his arms. Jeez, I can't look. I can't look. Look at him. Look. He has such strong little arms. Jesus, I don't want to be here. Dieter! 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 I don't want to be here!
It's too late. You're in your wife's dream. You can't escape it now.
No. No, I can't stand to look at my little boy the way he was.
Before the accident. Maybe she won't dream about him again.
Promise me. Promise me she won't dream anymore.
I can't. It's not my dream.
I won't go back up there.
Hale, your breakfast's getting cold.
I told you it's too late to escape it. Time to go back up, Hale.
Hale, where are you?
I'm right here, dear. I'm right here.
Come sit down before your pancakes get cold. I made you 4.
Oh, thank you, darling. Thank you.
Oh, you poor dear. Look at your hair, little streaks of silver.
Well, I am getting a little older, darling.
Oh, my darling, we're both getting older. Still, we've got a lot of good years left together, thank God.
I don't know what I'd do without you.
What's that? Your hand.
Martha, I love you.
Isn't that funny? I can see your hands holding mine, and I can't feel your touch.
Feel it, dearest. Feel it.
I want to. I just can't remember what it feels like. I never forgot your face, your eyes, that scar from when you fell off the ladder. But I forgot your touch.
Please, Jonathan, make her remember. Make her remember.
I can't. I'm not the one who made her forget.
Come on, I want you to eat a good breakfast. You're going to need all your strength to tell Cole. He can be very persuasive.
Martha.
I want you to put your foot down and tell your editor that your wife needs you. For the first time, he can send somebody else to South America. Come on now. Eat your food. He'll be here any minute.
What is this?
That's the bonus money you told her your editor was giving you to take the assignment.
But it was just a bonus. I mean, it didn't amount to much at all.
Ah, but she thinks about it all the time. She blames herself for your taking it, to get her a little extra money.
I should never told her about it at all.
I don't want a coat. I've got plenty of coats. Tell him to keep his old money.
Did buying her that coat really ease your guilt?
Mom, can I have some ice cream?
Sure.
Then I'll have my tonsils out.
You're a good man, Louis.
Louis? It's Louis at 4 years old. Hey, Louis!
No, he can't hear you.
Why not?
Because you weren't here then. You were gone as usual.
Here, I got your favorite kind.
Thanks. Can I have one of Daddy's kisses?
Sure. There's the envelope. Now let's find a really good daddy kiss. Where do you want it?
On the nose.
Okay. Okay, let's put the envelope back. And I'll call the doctor and tell him you decided to have your tonsils out.
Okay. Night.
Night, darling.
You know, I almost lost him that time.
What, it was only his tonsils.
Now, the anesthetic. It was a close call. He could have died.
Martha never told me.
She handled it. She didn't want you to worry. There were a lot of things Martha didn't tell you.
Oh, that'll be your editor.
I'm not going. I'll tell Cole. I promise.
No, don't promise. Don't promise me you're not going. You'll only break it.
He's got to go, Martha. I'm sorry.
Coffee, Cole?
Your coffee? Absolutely.
Chicory?
Sure. Well, you packed, Hal?
He never said that. He never said, Martha, you got to go.
He did in her mind.
We never discussed it together.
Well, of course not. You never discussed anything with Martha. You went because you wanted to go.
I'm not going.
Of course you are. Martha, Hale is the best we've got. Best there is. He's our man in South America. He's the franchise, as it were.
Here's your coffee.
Ah. Uh-huh. Oh, Martha, very good. Here's your plane ticket, Hale.
Forget it.
We don't need the money, Cole.
Look at your coat. It's all tattered and torn. Hale, how can you let her go around like that?
Where did you get that? She doesn't go around like that. She doesn't own a coat like that. What? This is crazy.
You know, Hale knows General Diaz, Martha. Very difficult man to know.
A lot of good it did me.
You know, Diaz will tell Hale things he won't tell anybody.
He was killed while he was still on the plane.
He shouldn't go. He still has a cold from the Philippines.
I'm sorry, Martha.
I need him here. I need my husband home. Tell him you're not going, Hale.
I'm not going. I'm not going!
Of course you are. Sorry, Martha. Go get him, Hale.
What's the matter with you, Cole? I told you I'm not going! I'm not going.
He's right, of course. You are the franchise. Who else would he send? When are you leaving?
I'm not leaving.
Darling, you took the bonus.
Well, I'll give the money back. It wasn't the money.
Oh, no. No, but you played it cool. So he begged, and he gave you some extra bonus money. But you would have gone anyway. You would have paid him to go. Wild horses couldn't have kept you home.
Of course it wasn't the money. You're a reporter. And you were home for 3 months.
You wanted to go. Martha knew that. And she wanted you to be happy. She always wanted you to be happy.
Yeah. Oh, Martha, I love you.
Oh, you didn't finish your money.
She can't hear you, Hale.
Why not?
Because it's been so long since you told her you loved her.
Come on, darling. Your money's getting cold.
Mom, what time is it?
No one.
Something Martha dreams about all the time.
What is it, Martha?
You're late, Louis.
What is it? What's she dreaming about now? What's that?
Mrs. Edlitz.
Let's go, Louis. I've got a train to catch.
It's Louis's ride.
No, no.
I'm coming.
Hurry, Louis.
No, wait a minute, wait a minute. Martha, stop it. Stop it! Wake up! Wake her up, Smith. Wake her up!
Ma, I gotta go. Baseball practice after school. Bye.
Martha, stop him! Stop him! Wake up!
I have to finish the dishes.
There's nothing you can do.
He doesn't need a ride. I can take him to school. I used to take him to school all the time.
You weren't here. You were in London at Heathrow waiting for Eleanor.
Louis! Louis! For God's sake, Smith, do something! Stop it!
I can't. It's already happened.
Where are we?
Somewhere in your wife's mind.
You're punishing me, aren't you?
You're the one I wanted to see, Martha.
Martha?
Hale. You shouldn't be here.
Mrs. Stoddard, I'm afraid I have some bad news. Your son's...
No. My husband's here.
She's trying to protect you as usual. She knows you're really in London. She wants to tell you herself about Louis. She doesn't want you to hear it on the phone the way she did.
Dr. Burns is the best in the country, they told me.
She always secretly thought that if you would have been here, the doctors would have tried harder to save Louis's arm. Oh, I know it doesn't make any sense, but of such stuff dreams are made.
Louis will be all right.
I know about Louis, dear.
You do?
Oh, yeah. All this happened a very long time ago, my darling.
Did it?
Louis is all grown up now. He's just fine.
Oh. And Eleanor?
She knew, Hale. She always knew. No sense in lying to her about it here.
haven't seen her in a very long time.
I know. Hold me, darling, hold me in my dreams.
This is a lovely home, Mrs. Stoddard.
Eleanor. Eleanor was never here in my home.
She was in your wife's dreams. Many times.
Martha, darling, Eleanor and I were just working people who met in various spots around the world when we were covering stories.
That's all, really?
Yeah, that's all, really.
I know she didn't mean anything, really. You were lonely, away from Louis and me so much. She was so bright. I read her columns and I fantasized about her. I remember once I read she was going to be a guest on Meet the Press. 2 days I waited to see her. Couldn't do anything. 2 days I stayed in the house. And there she was. She was impressive.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Stoddard. London was just one of those things. And when he got the news about your son, we both felt so guilty.
Eleanor, please stop. Martha never said anything to me about Eleanor.
She always knew.
Do you remember that time in Saigon? Those bombs? People running everywhere. I was so terrified.
Eleanor was never in Saigon.
Wasn't she?
No.
I want to believe you, Hale.
You have quite a husband, Mrs. Stoddard.
I know.
This plane was diving. He grabbed me, threw me down, and covered my body with his.
That's not true. This is not real.
It is to Martha.
He saved my life. He seems always to be there when I need him. And I think he needs me too. We love each other.
No. No, I never said I loved her. I have never stopped loving you. Never. Not for a single moment.
I believe you, Hale.
She does believe you. She wants to believe you. And she forgives you. But you can't blame her for fantasizing, can you?
Daddy.
You look beautiful, darling.
Thank you, Daddy.
Your mother and I are so proud of you today, Pumpkin. Hale's a fine man. A fine man.
I'm glad you like him, Daddy. He thinks so much of you.
Listen, you better hurry. They're getting impatient down there.
I'll be right there.
Father looks so young.
I looked so young.
You were young.
17. I was such a baby. I was going to marry a man of the world. You were going to show me China, introduce me to Chiang Kai-shek.
Well, he died before I had a chance.
I know. I did so want to see China. But you went with Nixon to see the Great Wall?
Well, I wanted to take you, dear. I really did.
Then why didn't you, Hale?
Well, I tried. There was just no space. I pulled every string I could find.
I know.
You wanted to take Eleanor.
You didn't take Eleanor, did you?
Eleanor?
You didn't, did you, Hale?
No, sweetheart, no.
It was wonderful. The Great Wall is the only man-made thing you can see from the moon. Do you think they could see us from the moon?
I did not take Eleanor, sweetheart.
I believe you, Hale.
Yeah.
We love each other, Mrs. Stoddard. I believe you, Hale. We love each other. I believe you, Hale. We love each other. I believe we love each other.
No.
I believe you love each other. I believe you, Hale.
No, no.
I believe you.
No, no more!
I believe you, Hale.
No! 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 No!
Mom, could you tie my tie?
Oh, look at him, will you? Oh, your father would be so proud.
I was in Morocco when he graduated.
I wish he could have made it.
He said he'd call. Leave it to your father.
I'll get it. Hello? Hello? Static Dad?
I'm here, Louis. I'm here.
Dad! Dad! He's dead.
I could hear you. I was yelling, Louis! Louis! I was calling from the middle of a bank in Casablanca. Everyone was looking at me. I was calling, Louis! Louis!
We better hurry, Mom. We'll be late.
There's always a lot of pressure on him. Son of Hale Stoddard.
Father in absentia.
They printed that essay he wrote about you in the yearbook.
That extraordinary man, my father.
He's a writer, that boy. He can write. I wrote him a letter about that, remember?
He was so proud. He was so afraid you wouldn't like it. It was a marvelous letter. Took him about 10 minutes to get up the nerve to read it. But he kept it always in his drawer. With that watch you sent him from Lisbon.
The stamps you sent him from Athens.
And that little piece of peanut candy that you sent him from Turkey. And the coins and some of your cards.
Fragments of a life spent over the horizon. I was handicapped to him. He had to try living up to somebody he hardly knew.
Sweetheart, you did the best you could.
Oh, please, please, Martha, don't try to protect me.
Protect you? I'd give my life for you if you needed it. It always hurt me that you never really needed me.
Never needed you. I could never have gone on without you. You were the only reason for my living.
We've been married 28 years. I think we can tell each other the truth. Your work has always been your reason for living.
Just words.
Oh, but the words. You're a reasonable man in an unreasonable world.
No, I have thrown away our life together.
Our life together has been beautiful. You are my great pride. Of course, I wanted more of you. This house is a big place when I'm alone.
Oh, Martha, my dear. When my dreams are done, there will have been only you.
I wish it were so. I've always wished it were so. In this life I've lived, waiting for you, dreaming you safe.
She's a wonderful woman. You owe her more than you know.
If I had it to do all over again, I would do it much differently.
Kiss her one last time.
One last time?
Life goes on. She's about to awaken.
Visto! Aponte!
No! No! Don't wake up. Please don't wake up. I don't want to leave you now. Not now that we're so close. Please. 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 Please.
Hale?
Please.
Hale?
What?
What are you doing?
I was dreaming.
My Lord, we overslept. I bet that's Cole coming to take you to the airport. You're going to miss your plane.
No, wait. It was my dream, mine.
What are you talking about?
It was my dream all the time. I'm here. I'm really here with you. I'm not in South America.
And you're not going to be if you miss that plane.
I'm not going.
What are you talking about?
I'm not going.
What?
I'm not going. I want to be here with you.
You really mean that?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. I do indeed. I love you.
You're wasting your time, Mr. Editor. He's not going.
What? Martha? Hal?
Hey, Mark. Hey, buddy, wake up.
What? Oh, Jonathan. Oh, it's morning. It's morning? You left me out here all night?
I'm sorry. All right, let's go.
Let's go. I thought we had an assignment.
That's all taken care of.
Then why'd you want me to meet you here? You could have called a cab.
Hey, I said I was sorry.
Wish you hadn't wakened me like that. I was right in the midst of a terrific dream.